Kathy Brancheau, A Taste of Chicago. A Taste of Chicago, Kathy Brancheau.
Sweltering heat, oppressive humidity, rivers of perspiration running down the back of my neck. And we hadn't even left the hotel yet. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and welcome dignitaries. There we were, my husband and I. We were right there in downtown Chicago on a hot summer's day, trying to make the best of our summer vacation. We had heard that there was a taste of Chicago down by the river, or down by the lake. And so we were hoping that we would be blessed by the cool breezes coming off of the water. But alas, we had just gotten sprinkled by the fountain outside of the hotel lobby. There we were savoring the sights and sounds and tasty morsels of the festival when way out across the lake, the sky began to turn a really dark gray, and fingers of lightning were flashing through the clouds. Don, my storm chaser wannabe, said, "Hey, let's sit down and watch the sky action for a while. We don't get that kind of thing out in California." In the time that took us to find a place to sit down, those clouds had come roaring in on us. It was as if Thor had taken his mighty lightning bolt and unzipped the clouds. Let me tell you, it was raining cats and dogs, big ones. And they were all fighting and biting with each other. Standing at the corner, waiting for the light to change was torturous. The rain was coming straight through the umbrella. Finally, with great difficulty, we began to ford the river that used to be Michigan Avenue. I heard somebody yelling behind me. And as I turned around to look, there was Don, flailing his arms and shouting, "I can't swim! I can't swim!" Don, stand up. I helped him up, and we splashed our way across the street to the semi-shelter of a building on the other side. He leaned against the wall, panting. My life, it flashed before my eyes. I could have sworn I saw Noah's Ark float past us back there. It was the UPS truck. We were desperate as we inched our way along that wall, looking for a door, any door to be open. Then, out of the wind and rain, like magic, there it was. We fell into it, amazed at the quiet. I looked around and saw we had fallen through the back door of a ballroom in our hotel. But there was a black tie wedding reception going on. All eyes were on us as Don questioned, Hey, are we late? I hope not. I'm starved. You could have heard a pin drop as we got up, squishing and dripping out of their room. We handed the broken umbrellas to the bridesmaids as a wedding memento and entered into the main area of the hotel looking like two wet, dripping, bedraggled creatures having been flung in from an alien water world. We laughed and squished and laughed and squished all the way back up to the room, thinking we were home free, till we opened the door, and there was the alien water world again. Yes, you guessed it. We had left the window open. The window facing the lake. Finally, when we got ourselves into a semi-state of dryness, we clicked on the TV and saw the weatherman making big, wide, sweeping gestures, talking about how there had been 2 supercell thunderstorms with 70-mile-an-hour winds converging right on our downtown area. Don gave me a very quizzical look and said, you know, every time we go on these outings of yours, we come into some kind of terrible weather. I gave him the stink eye and said, don't you even go there. Yes, fellow Toastmasters, that day, we got a taste of Chicago in more ways than one. Madam Toastmaster.